Hi there, and welcome to English Tales Time. Today, we'll explore the life of Pope Francis. The story is simple and easy to understand, perfect for practicing your English listening. Have you ever heard of someone who led the church and inspired millions? Let's begin the story of a man who walked with the people. A man who became Pope, but still took the bus. Yes, this is the story of Pope Francis. Birth, childhood, and family. Pope Francis was born on December 17th, 1936. His birth name was Jorge Mario Bergoglio. He was born in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. His parents were Italian immigrants. His father, Mario, worked on the railway. His mother, Regina, was a homemaker. They were a religious and hard-working family. Jorge had 4 brothers and sisters. He grew up in a small house with a big heart. They did not have a lot of money, but they had strong values. From a young age, Jorge was quiet and thoughtful. He liked to read books and play soccer with his friends. He also loved to dance the tango, a popular dance in Argentina. But more than anything, he was kind. He helped his grandparents and listened to others. He was a boy with a deep heart and simple joy. Education and religious studies. As a young man, Jorge went to a technical school. He studied chemistry and worked in a laboratory for a while. He was smart, curious, and loved to learn. But something kept calling him, a quiet voice inside. A voice that said, "Help others, serve God." In his early 20s, Jorge became very sick. He had a serious lung infection. One part of his lung had to be removed. It was a hard time for him. During his recovery, he thought deeply about life. That was when he decided to become a priest. In 1958, he joined the Society of Jesus. These priests are also called Jesuits. Jesuits are known for education, discipline, and social justice. Jorge studied philosophy and theology for many years. He read books, helped the poor, and learned to be a leader. Early career and mission work. After many years of study, he became a priest in 1969. Father Jorge started teaching in schools and seminaries. He was not only a teacher, but also a listener. He served the poor in the slums of Buenos Aires. He walked through dangerous areas to visit families. He comforted the sick and fed the hungry. He also became a leader in the Jesuit community. At just 36 years old, he was named the head of all Jesuits in Argentina. He was strong but humble. He preferred simple clothes and simple meals. People respected him because he did not seek power. He lived in a small room and took care of others before himself. He often said, "Real power is service." Personal life and habits. Jorge never married, as Catholic priests take a vow of celibacy. But he had deep friendships and close ties with many people. He often called old friends by phone and sent handwritten notes. He liked classical music and read literature, especially Dostoevsky. He also followed soccer, supporting the San Lorenzo team. He drank mate tea and often cooked for himself. He did not live in luxury. He used public transport and chose modest clothing. He believed that faith should be lived, not shown. Rise to cardinal and key contributions. In 1992, Jorge was named Bishop of Buenos Aires. Later, in 2001, he became a cardinal. As Cardinal Bergoglio, he continued to live simply. He refused to live in a palace and cooked his own meals. He chose to live in a small apartment instead. He became known for his work with the poor. He spoke out against corruption and defended the forgotten. He visited prisons and listened to the people's problems. During this time, many noticed his calm strength. He was quiet, but his actions were loud. He did not chase fame or applause. He also encouraged dialogue between different religions. He believed in unity and peace across cultures, becoming pope and breaking traditions. On March 13th, 2013, the world changed. Jorge Bergoglio was elected as the new pope. He chose the name Francis after Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis was known for humility and love for the poor. It was the first time a pope came from the Americas, and the first Jesuit pope in history. From the beginning, Pope Francis broke traditions. He chose a simple white robe. He refused to use the golden papal cross. He used a silver one, just like before. Instead of a private car, he rode the bus with other cardinals. He lived in a modest guest house, not the Vatican Palace. People around the world were surprised, but also inspired. Teachings, travels, and global impact. As Pope, Francis visited many countries. He spoke about love, mercy, and climate change. He reminded people that all life is sacred. He wrote letters about caring for the earth. He talked to young people about hope and dreams. He met with world leaders and poor children alike. He opened doors for interfaith dialogue. He welcomed refugees and spoke out against war. He also worked to reform the church. He wanted more transparency and less corruption. He pushed for a church that listens more and judges less. His words were simple, but full of meaning. He once said, "Who am I to judge?" This short sentence opened many hearts. Challenges and criticism. Being Pope is not easy. Francis faced many challenges. Some people disagreed with his modern views. Others wanted the church to stay the same. He had to deal with scandals and division inside the church. He spoke honestly about the mistakes of the past. Sometimes he felt tired and lonely, but he continued his mission with grace and courage. Even in difficult times, he smiled. He trusted in faith, not fear. Final years and death. In his last years, Pope Francis slowed down. He used a wheelchair at times, but his mind and heart remained strong. He continued to meet with people and share his message. He called for peace, care for the poor, and human dignity. On April 21st, 2025, Pope Francis passed away. He was 88 years old. The world mourned his loss. Leaders and people from every nation shared their love. He was remembered as the Pope of the people, a man of humility, service, and hope. Fun facts about Pope Francis. Did you know Pope Francis used to work as a nightclub bouncer? Yes, before becoming a priest, he worked at the door of clubs in Buenos Aires. He also had a girlfriend when he was a teenager. They went to dances together before he chose religious life. He loves to joke and laugh. Even as Pope, he would make people smile. He once said, "A little bit of mercy makes the world less cold." Final thoughts. Pope Francis showed us something powerful, that you can be great without being loud. That true power comes from serving others. He walked with kings and with beggars, but always with the same gentle heart. What can we learn from Pope Francis? That faith is not only in words, but in actions. That kindness, humility, and love can truly change the world. Keep going, like he did.